Hello all fans, how are you guys and girls doing? We haven't done one of these up close and personal, me and you vloggy type things since March, so we're due for one. It's time. They're always fun, they're always productive. We give updates on me and the channel, get a little feedback. It's a great time, so here we are. And this is for all fans. True fans is what I call the past ones, but basically I just meant a fan of GhostRobo, not a fan of a certain game, just a fan of the channel. And so any fan that's watching this video and cares is a true fan to me. So we'll just call this one Message to All Fans. And basically all fans are true fans. All true fans are fans, at least in my book. So that sounds pretty good. But we're here. A new set, a new angle. Got this big old bookshelf full of games, this robotic microphone arm that makes it look like we're in some sort of factory warehouse, and me. So let's start with me. Some updates about me. The first big one is that at the end of April I went to California to try and isolate my anxiety issues. They were becoming a daily obstacle, a daily frustration. It was getting really annoying and I was tired of it. So went out there basically to try and scientifically isolate what was causing the anxiety, what could help, and find the specific physiological, chemical thing in my brain that was lacking or I needed more of in order to support myself and not have that anxiety. And I like where things are going. I think it's very positive. I've been pretty darn calm since I've gotten back, and I'm feeling good, and it's only supposed to get better. So that's very, very good news. And if I can even cut half the anxiety or all the anxiety, or that would be magical. My brain is firing like a million times a second, so to have any peace at all, like any calmness or just freedom from that anxiety would be amazing. Now, the side effect is that I've been really tired because of it until my body adjusts and whatnot, so I've been a little lower on videos, so the supplement chemical stuff makes you tired at first until your brain is adjusted to it. So I have been falling asleep like boom, like uncontrollably at night and being tired during the day. That's why there's been a few less videos, but that will change soon, because the other and more exciting news for you guys probably is that I am officially going to E3 again, which is great. It's like my favorite week of the year. I can't get enough of that hype train when you watch the Microsoft press conference, Sony press conference, Nintendo, and just like all the new games and getting to play them and bring them to you guys. Like, I'm going to try to do a really good job of bringing you gameplay. I have some cool opportunities to actually directly record games, some big ones, and that'll be a lot of fun. And then on the floor stuff, show you guys the booths. I kind of want to do like booth tours of Microsoft's booth, Sony's booth, Nintendo's booth, bring the experience back to you guys. And then I'm going to try to convince Scott to do daily, nightly podcasts to sort of summarize and talk about all the announcements and my thoughts on playing the games and his thoughts. I think that would be fun if I can get him to do that. That'll be greater. Jake will be there as well, so hopefully he can jump on a little bit if he will play stuff. My golden cameraman named Jake, he's also my brother, and I could not do the E3 coverage without him, so big props to him. But that's coming up the second week of June, really. June 9th is when things kick off, and I cannot wait for it. It's going to be so much fun, and I'm so glad that I'm going. And I'm hoping to cover a bunch of stuff like Destiny, Evolve, and whatever new is announced. Maybe Sunset. I always get that mixed up. Sunset Overdrive, I'll hopefully get to play. A new Zelda, new Mario, something fun from Nintendo, Sony's big games, The Order, stuff like that. Should be a really good E3. I'm predicting actually the best E3 probably in the last 8 years or so, because this is the first full year of the next-gen cycle, and we haven't had that since like 2006, 2007. So yeah, it's going to be the best one in years, I can tell you that. I'm just really hyped that they've got the price thing out of the way for Microsoft. All about the games, all about the games, all about the games. Speaking of games, I've been doing a lot of games lately. One of the main reasons I did this video initially was to talk to you guys about what you liked and didn't like about the channel, what you'd like to see going forward, and I've tried to implement some of that. Granted, my well-being and sort of health has taken a front seat, and so some of the ideas have taken a back seat, which is kind of frustrating, but they're still coming, and some of them have come. We've been doing more stuff, like we got the podcast going, and that ends up being one of the most successful videos of the week. I'm so glad you guys are loving that. I can't wait to get it on iTunes and put it on your iPods or your iPhones, and also in your YouTube subbox feeds. We've been doing the blind boxes, more vlog stuff, more involvement with Jake, and more multiplayer stuff. So I have been putting some things into place. If there are other things you'd like to see, let me know, because as you know, we're kind of at a dead zone for games, but that's going to pick up soon. and I've got to make some choices if I'm going to do the traditional route of covering everything, or if I'm going to do more of a, hey, I'm going to cover the main game I want to cover as a walkthrough, and then maybe a lot of the others as just like fun game sessions, like a one-off video or a two-off video, like sort of how me and Jake covered Sports Friends, the Super Pole Riders Crazy Sport game, just in like a little small thing, or how I, occasionally do just like a one quick look video, or like 2 videos of Child of Light, something like that, as opposed to just walkthrough after walkthrough, where that then fills up all my time and all the videos I can make. So a lot of the feedback I got in the past was, hey, we would like to see new content. We'd like to see unique stuff. We'd like to see more of you and your brothers, you having fun, more fun games, more cool stuff, face cam. That's something I've started to implement and going to continue to implement more and more. People said they wanted more unique content that you could only get from GhostRobo, not just every walkthrough in the sea. And maybe it would be more special if I only played the games I really wanted to. So like GhostRobo doing a walkthrough is a big deal instead of me doing a bunch. And I'll admit I get caught up in the hype of it. Like there's a bunch of game releases and I want to play them all. And I'm really working to wrap up a lot of things because I started a lot and then I've been very busy with my health and other stuff. And so it's been slow burn on some games. We beat Dark Souls. Spider-Man is in the books. I'm going to beat The Walking Dead incredibly soon, or have already. Batman DLC, like everything is going to be wrapping up. I'm going to try to touch up everything that I can and finish things before we get to Watch Dogs and Mario Kart at the end of this month. But would you like less walkthroughs and more unique stuff? I mean, I look through my upload list, and the videos I see getting the most views and seemingly the most interaction and the most, like, I guess what you guys would enjoy most are like the vlogs, the blind boxes, the podcast, stuff that is original to GhostRobo. So is that, am I right? Am I on the right track? Am I feeling what you guys are feeling, which is that stuff is what you like most, and maybe reviews, maybe quick looks, maybe live streams, maybe more multiplayer stuff, like when I do Last of Us with Scott, doing like Mario Kart with as many friends as I can. I could even bring in my real life friends to do dual comm videos with me. I don't know, but let me know in the comments below how you'd like things to go. I know I got a lot of great feedback from everybody, and you don't have to send like a full email to me. There's a cord caught on my chair. 1 second. You don't have to send me a big long email, but if you want to comment and let me know, just we are about to hit a busy period again, June and going forth. It's before it'll be August and September and October in the fall. So going forth, what would you like? Are you a bigger fan of the more unique stuff? Or do you just like all walkthroughs? Do you think I should make GhostRobo walkthroughs a more special event? So it's only like, hey, Ghost is going to be playing, he's going to play Destiny, and he's going to play Sunset Overdrive, and he's going to play the new Zelda, but, he's not going to play everything. And then those other things I would still probably cover in some capacity, just like a fun multiplayer video, or I really like the multiplayer series. Like, PvZ Garden Warfare has been my favorite thing I've done all year as a series, because there's so much freedom. I can play by myself. I can play with Jake. I can play with Jake and Game Night. I can do co-op. I can do competitive. And that stuff is awesome because there's always something fresh and fun to do. And I think that's why that series is, my best of the year. And not only the best of the year view-wise, but the most fun for me to make and seemingly the most fun for a lot of you. So, yeah, just give me your thoughts in the comments below. I always appreciate them. I always read them. I may not act on them instantly, but I definitely take them to heart and listen and try and make this the best place possible. There's some exciting things in the works that I don't want to talk about yet, but E3 is in June, and then I'm planning on actually going to EGX, which is the Eurogamer in London in September, and that will be really fun. And between those two things, you should see a lot of cool stuff on the channel and the brand of GhostRobo as a whole as we march our way towards 1 million subscribers. I'm really trying to just focus in, buckle in, and that's another thing. Like, I feel like the less walkthroughs I do of like every game, the more I can focus in on making cool GhostRobo content. And a lot of times when I play these games, like, it's still fun, and I know a lot of people still like it, but I feel like then my time is all taken up by these walkthroughs, and I don't have time to be creative. I don't have time to do some of the ideas I'd like to do, and maybe it would be fun. But I have no problem doing walkthroughs. Like, I love it, don't get me wrong. I'm just curious what you guys think about that. A few other updates about stuff. My YouTube channel finally is in good standing. There was that copyright thing from a long time ago well, not that long ago, but like back in October, November, where they took away my live streaming privilege. So I can live stream again. So I'm curious if you'd rather me live stream on YouTube or Twitch. I'm thinking of doing a mix of like Q&A live stream-ish, maybe, and then also game live streams. I've been wanting to do that all year. Like I said, I've just been trying to focus on getting my health under control. I'm not like sick or anything, but I just mean like mental health, I guess. It just sounds funny to say it that way. And also, I've been coaching basketball and loving it again. I haven't coached basketball for about 3 years. 3 years? 3 years. And I'm coaching my youngest brother Noah's 6th grade team. And it started off as a total mess, a total drag. I hated it. I dreaded every practice, and now I love it. They're a great group of kids. I'm really having a big impact on them in terms of what they're learning about basketball. All their parents say nothing but good things about me, which makes me feel really good. And I enjoy it so much. Such a fun and like... They all work together. Nobody complains. Great attitudes, and we're kicking butt. Like, they're improving. What started out as like a 4-man team, randomly practicing and being totally confused about what was going on. Now, like, we're a team and doing well and impressing people and pulling out big wins. It's so much fun. I love coaching. Yes, I'm the head coach. Yes, I look young. Yes, people think I'm still in high school. But I've actually coached high school, and I'm 24, and I look like I'm 18 or 17, and whatever, but when I'm 50 and look 30, it's going to be awesome. I will be the youngest looking old man around, and that'll be a lot of fun and cool. My parents are like that, and it's great because they're 50 and they hang out with people far younger and look far younger, and nobody blinks twice about it. They would never guess how old they are. So right now, yeah, but later, yeah, like that'll be fun. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't want to make this one too long because I'm feeling sleepy. It's like one of those weird sleep things where, like, my mind feels awake, but my body feels so tired. I'm just like, I want to play a game, but I'm so tired. And I have to go to sleep. And again, like, it's nothing crazy. It's not like some weird drug or anything like that. It's just, like, very scientifically isolated chemicals and stuff to help balance my brain. And ultimately, like, if it reduces my anxiety, awesome. It's, as I'm sure those of you with anxiety know, it's like the worst thing in the world. You feel totally out of control, and it's scary as heck, and I hated it. My girlfriend is still in Korea. A lot of people ask about Rosa. She's in Korea doing school, and it sucks because she's busy constantly, and I can't talk to her or see her very much, so it's really hard, and long distance is just terrible. I don't recommend it to anyone, but like, if the person's worth it, I guess I recommend it. I just mean, like, I would not joyfully choose long distance unless you're madly in love with the person, because it's exhausting mess a lot of the times. You're just impossibly far away, and I wish he was in the United States so I could fly and see her on the weekends or something, but can't do that when they're in Korea and you have to plan a huge trip around it and blah blah blah. It's so dang expensive and whatnot. But overall, like, I'm doing well, and I'm happy that, like I said, the stuff that I make, you guys seem to love a lot. The podcast, the blind boxes. So where do you think we should go from here? What should the next few months of GhostRobo hold? My plan is to, just to give you heads up, play Watch Dogs unless I can't stand it, and then make Mario Kart like a big fun multiplayer thing where I play with you guys, I play with my brothers, I play with Scott, I play with, I play by myself. I almost said play with myself, but that would have got a bunch of comments. Now it probably will anyways. So that's sort of the plan for those. I'm thinking of covering Wolfenstein a little bit. I'm kind of jonesing for a good shooter. I haven't had one in a while. There really isn't that many next-gen shooters. Battlefield, COD Ghosts, I didn't really get that into either. So this could be something fun. Anyways, I think I'm going to go to sleep. Hopefully you guys are doing good. I really love the fan base we have. I love Twitter. I check it every day. I respond to as many people as I can. Twitter.com/GhostRobo. The podcast is going great. You can send in letters about anything, really. It doesn't have to be game related. You can ask us crazy questions. You can tell me about your troubles, and I'll try to solve them, whatever you want. We're really moving along with getting that on iTunes and making that a legit big thing. So that's fun. And I love that we're having consistent viewership. Like, it's a big amount of you guys. The podcast is like my favorite video to record, and I love that it's also usually like one of the biggest view-getting videos. That's a beautiful thing. When something you do that you really enjoy is also like received well, that's like the greatest feeling ever, in case you didn't know. But now you know a little bit more about me and what's going on. why there's been some slowdown. Also, it's just been hard because like none of the games have grabbed me super much. Like Dark Souls was really long, and I love that game, but like I'm not saying anything bad about it at all, because that's like one of my favorite games. Dark Souls 1 and 2 combined are like one of my favorite games of all time. But like by the time you get to part like 60, you're like, okay, there's like the excitement isn't there as much. You know what I'm saying? Like Plants vs. Zombies and Dark Souls, like I still love those games and had so much fun playing with them. I'm just ready for something new to kick in. And so I've been kind of a little slow. I've been trying to play more basketball. I've gotten out a lot more and played basketball with like older people, like my age, not like Noah's age. I coach his team, but playing with like competitive people and running up and down, like that's so much fun and so good for me. So I've been trying to balance things, like I said, as I take care of myself. Sleep is still an issue, but I will let you know, because we talk about this all the time, I am getting better sleep. I've gone to bed like at midnight or earlier for almost a week, and like that's the first time it's happened in 6 months, so like we're making progress. I want to get to bed by 11. That's my goal in the future, just to key you in on that fun fact, but I've made it before midnight, so that's like beautiful, making progress, and trying to gear up for a great summer. E3 is going to be massive and huge. I'm going to try to cover it as best I can and really bring the experience to you guys via those podcasts, via those booth tours, via gameplay demos, via recorded actual like direct feed gameplay. I can't tell you how excited I am to get out there to LA and go to that show. So it should be a great time. Everything actually will be great, because that's what we're all about. Making people smile, bringing positivity to the world, and having a good time. Remember that if things are going rough for you, if things aren't going your way, if everything seems to be crumbling and crashing, remember that it will get better. If you focus on positive, you'll bring that towards yourself. You'll attract it to you. Even if it seems like nothing is going positive, find the one thing. If you lost your job, focus on your family's blessings. If you have no family, focus on something personal that you do well. If you have neither and nothing is going right, be thankful that the sun rises up and warms your body. Be thankful for the grass beneath your feet, for the animals that are fun to observe as we walk through our days. Be happy about cars and the internet and these beautiful technologies that we get to experience in our time frame. Be excited that you live now and not 2,000 years ago when people lived in caves and walked around naked. Well, some of you might really like that, I don't know. But anyways, the point is, focus on the positive, because the more you focus on the positive, the more you'll attract it to you, the more you'll get a little bit more of it. Think of it like Tetris, right? Focus on negative, a negative Tetris piece drops down. Focus on positive, a positive Tetris piece drops down. And even if there's so many negative Tetris pieces and it's a big mess, one right play can clear the board. So if you focus on positive, if you focus on the good in life, you'll attract that to yourself, you'll be more energetic, you'll be more positive yourself, you'll be able to create change, build towards a better future, and eventually clear the board and create what you want. I think that's pretty exciting. I hope that that makes a little bit of a difference for you, because ultimately, what I love most about you guys and me and GhostRobo is that we get to laugh together, play together, have fun together, and hopefully make everybody and every place and everything a little bit better. So until next time, guys and girls, thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will be reading and responding to all of them as best I can. Until next time, drink some hot chocolate. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you all later.